think one of the things I've really been sort of trying to understand, firstly within myself and then within the wider organisation, is around imposter syndrome, and that feeling of, particularly this year, actually, when you come on a call and you suddenly realise, oh, I'm the only woman, and that that happening. I don't know why this sort of forum makes that even more overt. But I read something really interesting the other day. So I've been looking at, how can I feel less of an imposter? How can I feel more like I deserve the role that I've got, that I've, it's all on merit, I've worked really hard for it, etc. And I think I read something the other day about going, well, actually, it's not about you, it's about the system. And if you aren't seeing yourself reflected back, then you're going to feel like an imposter. You're going to feel like you don't belong. Yeah. And I think, that is something, I've spoken to, a number of people, men and women within the organisation, about it. And I think everyone sees it as that's a woman's problem almost. And I think that for me is a really big one for us to really face into. And I think some of the things that you were saying there about, how males can help us and be real allies, I've gone, no, that's not acceptable, is a part of that, and about encouraging this sort of forum and sort of giving us the ability to not feel like imposter. I definitely feel an imposter now.
For me, it's definitely in situations where you feel out your depth or slightly intimidated by the audience, where you think, yeah, pretty much is exactly what I'm thinking. I would be exactly the same in some situations where you do feel as if that should I be sat round this table, really, and it's more on a is my opinion valued than should you be sat there, is what you've got to say worth hearing, and crikey, the amount of times that I do feel that.
Imposter syndrome, I feel more of an imposter actually on this call than what I've felt in any of my roles, because I genuinely do feel how I look and I think, how did I get here and how did I get onto this? Whereas back in branch, I genuinely did slot in. And I think for me, it was more a case of, at one point, I thought, where am I going to go as a driver in Keyline in Scotland? But actually, I had a really brilliant RD who put me up for the compliance job. And getting that compliance job and going around the rest of the business, I think as well, being isolated up in Scotland with Keyline, there really is no women up there in positions. And actually being open to the rest of the business really opened my eyes to make me realise how many strong women we actually have in the business out there. And that's really kind of given me the support to want to help back and feed back into this. So I think it's been a real positive coming out of branch to see this side of it, but I've absolutely felt accepted in the branch with my peers and things like that.
You don't have to show them what you're worth. You know what you're worth, and you've obviously got that job for the reason that you're the correct person for the job, whether it was a man or a woman. I mean, I've been told before that you're too young to go to that level yet, and I don't think I am. I don't think I am at all, whether I'm 24 or 34. It wouldn't make a difference with age, and I've been told that a couple of times. But I think if I can prove myself to that management team or to the RD or whoever, then I should get to where I want to get to just from that. It is difficult.
Absolutely, Chloe, you're dead right. You are not too young, and don't accept that attitude. I was a branch manager at 26, and the last branch manager I appointed is 23. If you've got the sparkle, you've got it.